So let's get into some of the details of the Blue Circuit Trainer. I want you to understand it. I want you to feel comfortable with it. I want you to know the background of why this drill is important and how it can really benefit you. Because we always work on that setup, path, impact, and speed, and these drills are absolutely built into the Blue Circuit Trainer. So the first thing we look at is what I call the putter gate. And the idea is, and this always is the case, I don't have to repeat it for you, is I make sure that I get it set up properly at my target. So the idea is I want to set up a putter gate, and the reason I do that is because I want to make sure that I hit the ball in the sweet spot of the putter. And the reason why that's important is because if I do that, then the energy transfers equally between the toe and the heel. If the energy is coming dead forward, the ball wants to roll top over bottom. If I catch it on the toe or the heel, all bets are off. There's going to be side spin, it could go in the air, it could be beaten in the ground, but it's not coming off where I want it to go. And the putter itself will wobble, you'll feel that. But that's why you see every tour player out there working this, and Tiger made it famous obviously, working this putter gate drill, because it makes sure that through impact, that putter is coming directly on the sweet spot of the ball in the sweet spot. Here's the other part of this drill. Don't worry about the tees and the gate. Think about making this putt. Because if you make the stroke trying to make the putt and you hit one of the tees, that's the feedback that you want, that, hey, this isn't working out right. If I just start focusing all my attention and trying to somehow manipulate the putter through the tees, when I get on the golf course, those tees are not going to be there and I'm going to be lost. But if I think about making the putt, and I do get it through the tees, I know that that putter's coming through and I'm catching it in the sweet spot. So get it lined up, give yourself some room as you begin this drill process, that you've got a little bit of grace space on either side of that putter. Get set up in there, and I know I've got it lined up right, don't I? And I've got the putter, the line on the putter aimed right, and now I'm just going to make a stroke and try to make the putt. Good for me. And I did not hit the tees, therefore I know the stroke was good. That's the way you work with this. It's sweet spot impact is what we're working on. The next drill with the Blue Trainer is I'm going to go to what we call the impact gate. And the idea with this is I want to see how the putter's working through impact with the path, keeping in mind that the path of the putter, we're only measuring it about 2 inches before and 2 inches after impact. It's almost always going to be virtually at this point, straight back and straight through. Now here's the idea. Set this up so that I can make some strokes, no ball. I need to get used to just making strokes, because if I can do that, it's not only sweet spot contact, it also has prevented that putter coming from the outside or diving from the inside. Or, as I was working with somebody recently, coming from the inside okay and pushing it, catching that forward right tee. That's what we're eliminating with the impact gate. So I simply set the ball in, as you can see, but I've got the gate set up and I can make this as tight or as loose as I want to, but make sure that you give yourself a chance. And again, the focus is make the putt, not try to thread it through the gate. So we got it set up, look at our target, make it. There we go. Make the putt, didn't hit the tees. We know that the putter is coming through impact, square to where it's supposed to be, and it's square 2 inches before and 2 inches after. This is the process of making all the short putts. The next drill with the Blue Trainer is what we call the ball gate drill. Now here's the idea. You and I both know that if we start to putt on line, especially short putts, we've got a good chance to make it. If we don't start it on line, we kind of have no chance to make it, right? So the idea is I create that ball gate, I get it lined up where I want it. This looks pretty good. I'm using the MyRoll ball. I love it because it lets me know if that ball is coming off or if it's wobbling. But this is the drill that sets me up. I know exactly where that ball is going to start, or where it should start. Face has to be square, but mainly when I step up to those shorter putts and I get a little bit nervous, but I know that all I have to do is start it on line to get it my 3 or 4 feet, I know I've got it. So I'm going to make a stroke. I'm going to try to make this putt. Not worried about the ball gate. I'm going to try to make this putt. But the idea is I'm starting that putt on line. I'll make more than my share of those shorter putts if I start it on line. Read and speed still have to be correct. But if I can't start it on line, I got no shot. The final one is what we call the 2-ball drill. And this one is fantastic because it lets me know what's the face doing at impact. And here's the idea, and you're going to love this drill. People have been trying to do this drill forever, and it's so hard to set up. I can remember the first time I went on to a tour event and watched a tour player do this, and he was hitting 40 footers. And he's a tour player right now, and he's winning right now. And I thought, that's the greatest drill ever. I went home and tried to do it. It took me more time to set it. I didn't have a caddy. It took me more time to set it up than it did to hit the drill. But he had 8 balls and a caddy, and he was great. So you simply pull the balls in. Now, if the putter comes into impact and hits both balls at the same time, they're both going to roll about the same distance. If I catch it on the toe first, which is obviously you'd kind of like to do that, that toe ball is going to roll further. If you catch the heel ball first, which happens way more often than anything else, that heel ball is going to roll further. That means I'm cutting that putt. So we're obviously not trying to make this putt, but we are trying to roll it approximately the same distance. That was pretty darn close. That means that face is coming through there pretty square. So work your way through. Those are the 4 drills that work on the blue trainer. But we've got impact, we've got a little bit of path, we've got 2-ball, which is also impact. We've got that putter gate. We've got these things covered where we're coming through. It's sweet spot. These things before a round will absolutely get you set. You're going to make those short putts. The blue trainer is the thing to work on. Figure it out. So 15 minutes, then it's 5 on each side.